Good morning. We'll continue with our poem Elegy written in a country churchyard. We'll start from line 101. There at the foot of yonder nodding beech that wreathes its old fantastic roots so high, his listless length at noontide would he stretch and pour upon the brook that babbles by. We can see that the speaker is again imagining what the hoary headed swain would say about him if a random passerby happened to have asked. So he imagines that the old guy saying that at noon the speaker used to stretch out at the foot of the old beech tree, the one that has fantastically weird roots, and that he would stare at the babbling brook. Means he says that there at the foot of yonder nodding, yonder means there. So he say again imagining that the hoary headed swain or the old man who is passing from there would see at the nodding beech. Beech is the tree that wreathes its old fantastic roots so high, his listless length at noontide would he stretch and pour upon the brook that babbles by. So he says that the passerby, who is the old man, he imagines during the noontime that he would see the stretch of the old beech tree, and the roots of the old beech tree are so fantastically hanging, or they are so weird, they look so weird, and beside that tree there is a stream that is flowing. Hard by yon wood, now smiling as in scorn, muttering his wayward fancies he would rove, now drooping, woeful, wan, like one forlorn or crazed with care or crossed in hopeless love. So this stanza is also the continuation with what the speaker was imagining an old villager would say about him after he was dead and gone. So it is again a repetition in which the speaker is imagining an old villager, what he would say about him when he is no more, when he is dead and gone. He imagines that the old guy saying that the speaker used to rove or wander in the nearby woods, that he would talk about his daily routine. Sometimes the speaker would smile almost scornfully while muttering to himself, and sometimes he would look all droopy and pale with sorrow, like he was anxious or else hopelessly in love with someone who didn't love him back. So, in a way, he's just wondering or imagining that how he would be remembered after his death. So he says that maybe sometimes he would be remembered with smiles and sometimes with scorn. This would be his life after death. One morn I missed him on the customed hill, along the heath and near his favourite tree. Another came nor yet beside the rill, nor up the lawn nor at the wood was he. Now he's just talking about what would happen when one day he is no more. The speaker is continuing to imagine what the old villager might say after his death, after he is gone. He imagines the villager saying that he missed seeing the speaker one morning at the usual place or the spot on the local hillside along the fields. Heath means fields. He imagines the villager saying that he is missing the speaker at the usual place and beside his favorite tree, which is probably the beech tree which is mentioned in the earlier stanza. The villager goes on to say that another day has passed and yet he has not seen the villager or the speaker by the brook which is flowing near the tree. So he says that one more day has passed and yet he has not been able to locate or see the speaker near the brook or on the grass or by the woods. So he is, in a way, he is worried about the fellow, that where has he gone. Thank you. We'll continue again with the last part of the poem in our next lecture.